Hey, my name's Jake Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I've got another week's property news. And as always, it's been really busy. I know I say that every single week, but so much has happened. Mortgage rates have been going up. The expectations on Bank of England increases has been wildly changing from 2 to 4 increases and back down again. You've got also the information sheet that came out this week. That's very important to understand if you're a tenant or you're a landlord. And there's much more besides that. So before we jump into this, if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do subscribe to my channel over there and hit that bell notification. Join over 50,000 subscribers who get all the latest property news, house price news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much more. And also help me get some views on the video. Your part in that is simple. All you need to do is smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that really does help the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that does that. So, a busy week as always in the property world. There's a lot going on at the moment. And yeah, a lot of this difficult time that we're having, particularly with mortgages and rates and inflation and stuff like that, stems from the Middle East, doesn't it? We've got obviously a war over there. No one really knows how long it's going to take. America are saying they've already won the war, but there's still stuff going on over there. They're not moving out in any time soon. And so this does impact the economy. It impacts interest rates. And so you need to take some action and just keep yourself aware of what's going on. And if you've got a refinance or a remortgage going through, get it done quickly. So these are the things that are happening. Most major lenders, again this week, increased mortgage rates. And that's based off the fact that the SONIA swap rate, the rate that they borrow at, that went up over the last few weeks. It went up quite drastically, around 1%. So your bank borrow on the SONIA swap rate, that went up 1%, even though the Bank of England didn't increase their rates at all, because the SONIA swap rate is a prediction on where they see the Bank of England rate going. And so if they feel the Bank of England is going to increase rates this year, they just do it ahead of time. And so your borrowing cost goes up massively. So yeah, this is a real problem. And what it means is that if you have a refinance, a remortgage or anything like that, I would just get it done early right now. I would get a deal agreed. That gives you your worst case scenario. If you haven't started that deal, let's just say you agree a deal that starts in 3 months from now. If you haven't started that deal and rates drop because the war finishes next week, for example, you can always swap onto a better rate. Just gives you your worst case scenario. I think you're going to see more lenders increasing rates again next week. And that's just where we're at with rates at the moment. What about low deposit mortgages? Hundreds of these were removed from the market and not brought back. So what was happening with a lot of mortgages over the last 2 weeks is they're pulled from the market and then they evaluate the risk. They evaluate what they want to put it back on the market at, and they release it back out at a higher rate. But with low deposit mortgages, 200 plus were removed and never came back, not even with a higher rate. And that shows that those lenders feel that there's a bit of uncertainty and turbulence, and probably they believe that house prices will drop. And so you don't want to lend someone 95% of the value of a property if house prices drop 10%. So those products have been removed. There are some lenders that have got those kind of deals left, but the rates are now above 6%. So that's going to slow down the first time buyer market for sure. And last year, that was 51% of all sales. So we'll see how that goes. We had new inflation data as well this week. And so inflation stuck at 3%. Now, this is interesting because this is February's data. This was prior to the war. And what was interesting is we were expecting inflation without the war to go to nearly 2% by April. This is interesting that we didn't have any kind of drop, because this is all happening, all this data that we got this week is stuff that's happened previously. So yeah, there was a bit more sticky inflation in there. Next month, you might see the inflation data go down. That doesn't mean that we're actually in good circumstances. It just means that there's such a lag and the impact of the higher oil costs hasn't hit stuff yet. So inflation stuck. It's expected to go to 4.5% now by the end of the year. And that means the Bank of England is more than likely going to increase interest rates. Now, one moment this week, I think it was Monday morning, right early in Monday morning, the markets expected that the Bank of England would increase rates 4 times this year. Then Donald Trump came out with some new negotiation tactics, saying he's negotiating with Iran. Iran are saying he's not, but he's still saying that they are. And that meant the markets reevaluated and said, maybe we'll get 2 interest rate increases. So it's still volatile. Everything seems to change from minute to minute. This is probably the biggest story of the week. And this is the information sheet. Such a wonderful name. That's the actual official name of the government sheet. So this is the information sheet. You can get it on the Gov website, but you can also get it in the description. A couple of thousand people have downloaded it from us now. We'll give you the exact same sheet. Saves you trying to find it on the government site. This is what you must give to your tenants. If you're a tenant, you must receive this by the end of May. Very, very, very important, this information sheet. It's only 4 pages long, and it goes through basically the Renters' Rights Act, all the rules, regulations, everything that's changing in the Renters' Rights Act, so the tenant knows what's going on. Now, if you have a letting agency, they should be doing this for you. Check, because it's your problem if they don't. And if you manage your properties yourself, you need to give this to your tenant. It's very important that you give them a copy of this. I'm going to get my tenants to sign to say they received it as well. I think it's important that I've got some proof. I don't want to just trust in the future that we agree that we gave it to them. So yeah, I'm going to get some signed proof that they got that copy from my tenants. So yeah, information sheet, grab it in the description, check it out, see what it's all about. It's not that complex. Court delays. There's big delays with courts at the moment, especially in London. So London courts for evictions have already got a 12-month delay. That means that landlords, on average, are losing 27 grand while they're waiting for an eviction. And they could already have lost more if they already had lost backdated rent and had damage to their property as well. So it's average loss for a landlord in London that has a Section 8 that's trying to get their property back is now 27 grand. Mortgage deals, 1,500 deals this week were pulled. That's nearly a quarter of all mortgage deals. And as I said, what was happening with those was a lot of them were just pulled. They told brokers we're coming back with new deals, but effectively they've stopped lending some lenders at the moment. They're reevaluating their portfolio of deals. They're working out rates that they're comfortable with. And you should see some of them coming back. But right now, it is a bit of a problem if all these products are being pulled. It's a huge chunk of the market is now gone. So 1,500 deals is not insignificant. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Bank of England and when they might increase rates. Now, like I said, on Monday, we were expecting 4 interest rate cuts. 4. That's changed. The markets are now saying 2. And they feel the first one of those will be in June. They feel the Bank of England will wait a little bit longer, hoping to see that this basically this war ends, hoping to see that oil stabilizes and doesn't go up to 150 a barrel, and then they'll make a decision. So they're going to wait and see what happens. In fact, I prefer that. I don't think they need to just react and increase the rates straight away. They will be accused of being too late if inflation does peak. But also, I don't know if we need to increase rates. I just don't think we need that at the moment. I think businesses are struggling. Consumers are struggling. Why put another burden on people? Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. So look, lots going on. I'm sure there's going to be tons more next week. Always very busy in the property world at the moment. That's a reason to subscribe and hit the bell so you know as soon as things happen. Do like the video. Make sure you grab that information sheet in the description while you're here, and check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.